So I'm pretty late to this one, but I'm about to see Longlegs, and I went going into this movie without having seen a trailer on purpose. I've only seen those 30-second snippets and the 1 minute and 20-second trailer, and I want to stay like that because it looks really tense. I'm very excited to check this one out. I've heard great things about it, and so I'll let you guys know what I thought of it when I get out. Hi, my name is Nathan, and I talk about a lot of movies on this channel. If you're new here, down below in the comment section, share what you thought of the movie Longlegs over on my channel. I have more content like this. Check those out once this video is over. And if you enjoyed this video, click the like button and be sure to subscribe because that really does help a lot. With all that said, let's just get straight into this talking about our review. And just simply put, I thoroughly enjoyed what this movie had to offer. I'm not particularly a big, gigantic fan of the horror genre, but I always enjoy it whenever I do watch a new horror film. And Longlegs is one of these rare examples of when a horror movie doesn't particularly feel generic. Normally every year we get these generic, lazy horror movies and they come out every single year. Even this year, we've got some examples of generic lazy horror movies. Imaginary, Tarot, Night Swim, and the list can just go on and on. But this movie, it's very unique in its style, where everything just looks and feels different with this movie, whether you're talking about the usage of the camera or just the color scheme of the movie. It all just feels different than anything that I've really seen before. When it comes to the actual plot and specifics of the film, it's very much a cop investigation in the vein of movies like Seven. And that was the thing that kept coming up while watching this movie, is that it really reminded me of the movie Seven. It's that kind of cop investigation, and it's a good job of that, as it feels like a movie that probably would have come out in the 90s, and it's even set in the 90s, but today it's just as effective. And I just thought that really worked about the movie, and where it keeps the audience guessing about what these kills mean, what these symbols mean, and it does a great job of putting you actually on the edge of your seat, and it's being fresh, new, and different, just enough so that it's I don't know that I would say enjoyable, but I definitely did enjoy the ride watching this film. And when the twists, turns, and reveals do happen in this movie, they feel earned, and they make sense with the context of the film. And it doesn't feel like a twist that undermines everything that was set up previously or just doesn't make sense due to everything established. It actually works, and it feels earned because it was all built up and it feels satisfying. Of course, the thing you've got to talk about when it comes to the movie Longlegs is Nicolas Cage as the killer in this movie, as the title character of this movie. And he gives a very over-the-top performance in Nicolas Cage fashion, but it's also creepy and fits the context of the movie very nicely. There's all these sequences in the film where Nicolas Cage is just absolutely going crazy, and I'm not particularly sure if he was just super in character or if he was just having a blast on set, but whatever he was doing, it really worked with this film, and it's just a really effective thriller, and a large part of that is due to Nicolas Cage. Now, all the marketing for the movie, all the trailers and stuff, didn't particularly show Nicolas Cage. I didn't watch the full trailer until after I'd already seen this film. And another thing to bring up here, I think this movie plays great if you just haven't seen a trailer. I went in having seen 3 of these 30-second little clips of the movie. These 30-second clips, it's on the Neon YouTube channel. And I saw a 1 minute and 20-second trailer called like You Got the Head of the Hydra or something like that. I saw this 1 minute and 20-second trailer, and that's all I went in watching this movie. But the actual 2 minute trailer that they dropped, I hadn't seen before watching this movie. I think it just played great, having not seen a trailer. And it's just really creepy with Nicolas Cage's performance, but also with the imagery that it uses. Throughout the entire movie, it'll show these really weird images, these flashes, where you don't particularly know what they are, but they fit the film that they're in. Like, it makes it a little bit creepier than it already is. And finally, the movie is just so deliberately paced. It really feels like a slow-paced film, but it just flies by. Now, maybe I'm putting that in a bit of an exaggeration because the movie's only 100 minutes long, but it's a movie that actually really feels slow-paced, where everything has time to be developed and laid out for the audience. And it just flies by because you're so invested in this investigation and where it's going to be going that it just flew by for me. Like, I was so invested into this film. Now, I have all the things to praise about for this movie. Just know, if you haven't seen this movie, I wouldn't particularly say this is a bad thing about it. It might offend religion. I don't want to spoil too much of what this movie is, but it might offend your religion. As for me, as a point of reference, I am a Catholic. I am somebody who does believe in God. And I didn't let this movie offend my religion too much. Just going like, it's just a film, and it doesn't in any way put what the serial killer is doing in a good light. He's very much the villain of this movie. So this movie didn't necessarily offend me, but just go in knowing that it may offend you if you are Catholic or if you are Christian. Like, I'm a Catholic. I didn't let myself get too offended by it, and I just thoroughly enjoyed what they did with this movie. It's unlike anything that I've ever seen. So overall, I'm honestly going to go an A+ here. It is one of the most unique, distinct horror movies I've seen. Probably one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It's just a great movie. I'm giving it an A+. But those are just my thoughts on it. Down below in the comment section, if you had anything on the contrary, share that down below. Over on my channel, I have more content like this. Check those out right now. Click the like button. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for sticking around to the end, and I will see you in the next one.